see the world through my eyes. Vibrant purple sunrise, shards of broken dreams come raining down.
Mark here, Life and Fitness Files. Today I'm going to be diving into sleep. What is it? Why is it important? And some interesting facts to help you sleep better and make this a foundational piece of your health and fitness. Sleep is one of, if not the most important foundations of health. I never really thought of sleep that way. Oftentimes when I think of, or used to think of health, I would think more in the lines of fitness, exercise, nutrition, not really sleep. I didn't sleep very long, didn't try to get to bed very early, didn't sleep at regular times. I'd eat right before bed, which also impacted my sleep. I had no wind down time. Sleep just wasn't a huge priority. But now it's something I'm very focused on improving for my health and longevity. So I want to run through some of the important factors to help you in your fitness journey. Sleep really is the foundation of health for everyone. Research shows that less sleep means a shorter life. Short sleep aligns with higher all-cause mortality. When we drop below 7 hours of sleep, there are objective impairments to our brain and body. Different people can function on different amounts of sleep. I get that. But in reality, people really need 7 to 9 hours of sleep to get the full benefits and avoid negative side effects. If you want to run harder, faster, longer, gain muscle or strength, or even learn a new skill, you need to get sleep. It helps with recovery, to recharge, solidifies learning, and releases growth hormone, not to mention a multitude of other processes that are important for our health and well-being. So I'm going to dive into a little bit about sleep, the structure of sleep, as well as some things that do impact our sleep. So every 90 minutes, we go through cycles of sleep, REM sleep, or non-REM sleep, which could be light sleep or deep sleep. The first half of the night, we lean more heavily toward non-REM sleep and deep sleep, with the second half of the night leaning more toward REM sleep. So the non-REM sleep essentially has 4 stages. The 1 and 2 are light sleep, 3 and 4 are deep sleep, but really it's light and deep, just to keep it simple. Then we have REM sleep. Typically the second half of our sleep, rapid eye movement is REM, essentially paralyzes the body so we can dream safely and not act out our dreams. Studies show that the lower your REM, the higher your all-cause mortality. So REM is imperative for health and longevity. So sleep has tons of benefits, many of which I've mentioned. Repairs inflammation and wounds, removes cellular waste, release of testosterone and growth hormone happens during sleep, which supports muscle function, brain function, and bone health. So one important factor to note is that we do wake up in the night, and that is normal. It's normal to shift our body position after a 90-minute sleep cycle because of the fact that we are paralyzed during REM sleep. So it's very common for our bodies to naturally shift after that 90-minute cycle. One thing to note is that if you're waking a lot for long durations or several times throughout the night, there could be some interventions you might want to take. Sleep apnea will cause this, so that's something to note and be aware of. It can also come with night terrors. Maybe you're someone that sleepwalks. Also, if you have to get up to pee a lot, that doesn't really help your sleep. So that's something to be mindful of so that you can get better sleep. But it is normal to wake some in the night. You do want to work on ways to get back to sleep if you do have to get up. So is it okay to take a nap? Generally, naps can be a good thing, if not a fantastic thing. A few notes with napping. You want to make sure the nap is early enough that it doesn't impact your ability to fall asleep or stay asleep. So usually 8 to 10 hours before bedtime is an ideal window to try to get your nap in. You want to keep your naps on the shorter side. 15 to 20 minutes is a good range. If you have a really long nap, you can wake up more groggy than when you started the nap. If you do not have a problem with falling asleep or staying asleep, after taking naps, then likely it is not a problem. A few big factors that impact sleep. I'm going to be doing some more in-depth videos on these, but a quick rundown. Light. This is something that really impacts sleep. Early in the morning, you want to get light in your eyes from the sun or a bright light. It sets our circadian clock and helps our body to know it's time to wake up, and our body will then go through the normal phases of hormone release, and then in the evening, we're more likely to be tired when we need to be tired. So light exposure early in the morning, as well as dimming lights after sunset, will help our bodies to regulate our rhythm so we can be awake when we need to be awake and asleep when we need to be asleep. Also, building in a nighttime routine is really helpful to bring down our heart rate and our body temperature. The more we're moving around, our body temperature is going to stay high. In order to fall asleep and stay asleep, our body temperature needs to drop by 2 to 3 degrees. So having a nighttime routine where you relax before bed is going to aid in our body temperature going down, thus improving sleep. There are a few factors that definitely impact sleep in a negative way or can impact in a negative way, such as caffeine, alcohol, THC, or CBD. Caffeine. Caffeine generally will be okay for most people, but you do want to watch when you are having it in the day, as well as how much you are having. Most people probably ingest more caffeine than you realize, and if you're chugging a Red Bull or some kind of energy drink at 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon, and you can't get to sleep but you don't know why, might be something to look at. Another factor is alcohol. Alcohol generally is going to negatively impact sleep no matter what. It doesn't mean I'm saying you can't have a drink in the evening. Most people probably enjoy that. That's not something that I enjoy, but if you're going to have alcohol, know that the more often you do it, the more often your sleep will be impacted. I'm going to be doing some more videos on the impact of alcohol. Alcohol impacts our REM sleep, and it impacts our overall sleep structure. It might help you to fall asleep, but it definitely does not make for good sleep. In conjunction, you have marijuana or THC. This definitely falls into a similar category as alcohol. It might help us fall asleep, but it doesn't positively impact sleep. Then you have CBD. This can help people to fall asleep, and there's some initial studies showing that can actually be relatively positive, but there isn't a ton of research in this vein, but it's definitely not as negative as THC, so something that I'm going to be digging into as well in future videos. To share one quick routine that you might want to try that could positively impact your sleep is dimming the lights after sunset. I have a red light bulb that I use as early as I can after the sunset, which in the winter happens pretty early. I know that's not always feasible, but if you really prioritize it, you can make it work. You can also use a reading light. I use that as much as possible. I also pop on some blue blocker glasses. Eliminating blue wave light is what is going to be the most beneficial at night. If you have a setting on your phone or your screen that you can turn down the blue wave light, that is going to positively impact your ability to get to sleep and stay asleep. When you lower the light that is coming into your eyes, you allow your body to start the natural production of melatonin. When that happens, you're more likely to get to sleep. You want to lower that light as much as you can. Red light bulbs, dimming the screens, not looking at screens if you can, and candlelight actually does not trigger the same light functions in our eyes that decrease the melatonin, so you can use candlelight. I know that seems old-fashioned, but something that can work. So that is an important protocol or routine that I try to do. Doesn't happen every night, but if you are really looking to improve your sleep, that's one thing that you can do to help. I'm going to be making some more videos about routines, protocols, impacts, positive and negative, to help you in your journey to better sleep. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date with future information. And as always, thank you for watching. Here's to life and fitness. Peace out.
Afraid of what you might lose, walking miles in someone else's shoes.